After a good night's sleep, I embark on my trip to Whiterun. I'm quite excited to visit the city, as it's my first time out of the eastern side of Skyrim. It's a day like any other. Birds chirp, the wind pushes the trees side to side as I venture down the cobblestone path, until I notice something strange. I witness a behemoth attacking a group of people. And while it may be a stupid idea, I drop my pack, draw my sword and charge toward the fight. Arrows and blades strike the giant as it engages the other warriors who manage to hold their ground against its attacks. While it's distracted by the others, I manage to flank it and slice its leg. One of the warriors strikes it with a devastating blow, causing the giant to drop to the ground, lifeless. When the battle finishes and the dust settles, a woman with green stripes painted down her face sheathes her weapon and approaches me.
You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield, brother.
A shield, brother? What's that?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
That sounds interesting. Could I join?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
The warriors tidy themselves up and return to Whiterun as if nothing happened. I take a minute to catch my breath before heading over to my pack. I throw it over my shoulder and continue to the city gates. It's exactly how I imagined. From the market to the Cloud District, I can't help but feel at home. I spend a few hours roaming the streets and meeting the locals, and before I know it, dust settles in. I make my way to the inn, have a meal and a drink, and rent a room for the night. As my head hits the pillow, my mind is carried away on a cloud of excitement and anticipation for what's to come. If it wasn't for my aching and exhausted body, I wouldn't be in bed just yet. But my recollection of today's events transform into thoughts of tomorrow, and as time passes, I begin to fall asleep. I head downstairs to have a quick meal as I plan my day. My first and most important task is to find an honest way to earn some coin. Initially, my mind wanders the list of businesses that occupy the streets of Whiterun: butcher, blacksmith, guard. But as I rattle off the occupations, I remember my encounter with the warriors yesterday, and the group they belong to, the Companions. But all I remember is the name. I know that the face-painted warrior told me to seek out the person in charge of appointing new members, but I don't remember the name she gave me. I should speak to the locals and find some leads, so I exit the inn and ask around. I encounter a man wearing weathered armour and spark up a conversation.
Well met, kinsman. What brings you to Whiterun?
Honestly, I'm just looking to help in any way I can.
Truly? By sure, this city could use more like you.
I'm flattered. I'm also looking for work. Do you know where I could find the Companions?
If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle. They're over in their hall, Jorvaskar. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members.
Perfect, that's all I needed to know. Good meeting you.
May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
We say our farewells and I make my way to the Cloud District. Standing next to the gigantic tree that towers over the heart of the city, I tilt my head and notice the mead hall that I've been looking for. I exhale deeply, stretch out my nerves and make my way up the stairs.
Are those two at it again?
I walk through the front door and immediately hear a commotion as a scuffle breaks out.
Strike when the shoulder turn.
I fight off my initial instinct, which is to break it up. I simply watch it all unfold, standing with who I only assume are the members of the Companions. I take my eyes off the fight and look around, admiring the atmosphere.
Oh. What are you waiting for? Son of a...
I hear a body drop to the ground, and I can only assume the fight has stopped, as when I look back at the cause of the commotion, everyone returns to their ways. When the mob disbands, I speak to the man next to me. Hello there, I was wondering if I could join the group.
So you think you have what it takes? Lucky for you, I'm not the one who makes that decision. Talk to Kodlak.
What are the odds he says yes?
Who knows? Maybe he's in a generous mood.
Okay, thanks. I'll be on my way then. I sensed that the warrior wasn't in the mood for a conversation, so I kept my questions to a minimum. Continuing past the pillars, I notice a staircase, so I make my way down. I pass multiple bedrooms trying to locate anyone, but as I reach the end of the hallway, I enter a room where two men sit and chat.
Greetings, outsider. If you have some business here, speak it.
I'd like to join the companions.
Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
You're not truly considering accepting him.
And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy?
I can handle myself, but I have a lot to learn.
That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye. Not bad. Next time won't be so easy.
So, what do you think?
You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
I make my way up the steep stairs and enter the Skyforge. A large bird carved into stone towers over the mead hall of Jorvaskr. I've never seen anything like it.
What brings you here?
I was sent by Vilkas. He wanted me to give you his sword.
I'm guessing you're the newcomer then.
I'm just doing what I'm asked.
That attitude would get you far. If you were some stuffy merchant or a Jarl's footstool. Around here, you'll want to learn to live your own life. Remember, nobody rules anybody in the Companions.
So nobody is in charge around here? How does that work?
Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group, but every man is his own. Every woman her own.
Oh, okay. Are you a companion too?
Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them.
Well, thanks for your time. I should get going now.
I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me.
Consider it done.
That's a good man.
I enter the living quarters of Jorvaskr to return Ayela's shield.
Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Good to see you made it up here.
You know this one? I saw him training in the yard with Vilkas.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkas catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkas in a real fight?
I'm not really one for boasting.
Ah, a man of action. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas. Did you call me?
Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me. Skjor and Aela like to tease me, but they're good people. They challenge us to be our best. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Telma will keep the place clean. She always has. Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come to me or Aela if you're looking for work. By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've got trouble right here in Whiterun Hold. Nothing we can't handle.
What kind of trouble are we talking?
Nothing but a bunch of lonely bandits. Cowards who will take little effort.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Do not spare them your blade.
I spend a few hours chatting with the other members that I share my new home with. One or two of them don't seem too fond of me, but the others welcome me as one of their own. We share stories and anecdotes over some mead and food long into the night, and eventually we all hit the hay to gather some well-needed rest in preparation of whatever adventure awaits us. After a few days of helping the citizens of Whiterun, I venture east to Valtheim Keep to clear out the bandits for Farkas. I remember that he told me not to spare their lives, but I do hope there's a way I can avoid too much bloodshed. As I reach the large tower, I spot someone leaning against the wall. I slowly approach them, and while I do have my sword ready, I aim for a more diplomatic approach.
Hold it. This here's a toll road, see? You're gonna have to hand over, say, 200 gold if you want to use our road.
I don't have any money to give you. I'm here to...
That's a real shame. Gonna make it hard for you to pay a healer after we cave your skull in.
Alright, it seems like negotiation is off the table. I'm quick to draw my sword as well as deliver the first strike. After dispatching the bandit, I enter the first tower and climb the stairs. I take the high ground but am noticed by another archer. As they knock their arrow, I make light work of the remaining stairs and take them down. More bandits flank me, but using the stairs to my advantage, I manage to poke a few holes in the first attacker, sending him flying into his partner and down the steps. The pair tumble down the staircase and lose their lives in the process. After downing a health potion, I equip my bow and face off against the archer on the bridge. Arrows whiz past my head, clanking off the stone wall surrounding me. We exchange projectiles for a few seconds, and while none make contact with me, the same can't be said for my enemy. I send an arrow directly into his gut. He topples over and falls into the river below. I begin crossing the bridge, but as I reach the middle, I spot another archer scrambling for their weapon. Another arrow launched by my bow stops them in their tracks. After finishing off the bandits, I scour the second half of the base. A few hours are spent ensuring the vacancy of the towers and moving the bodies, allowing me to spend the night. The morning after I cleared out the bandit camp, I returned to Whiterun. Entering Jorvaska, I speak to Farkas and update him on the status of Valtheim Towers. I took care of that bandit problem.
I expected no less of you. And once again, you have not disappointed.
It was nothing. Anyway, do you have anything else for me?
Skjor was looking for you earlier.
What does he need?
Don't know. He just said he needed to talk to you before you do anything else. I don't like making him angry, but there is some work for you if you want it.
Good to know. I'll see you around. I find Skjor standing outside the hall. I head down the stairs and approach him.
There you are.
You asked for me?
I did. Your time, it seems, has come. Last week, a scholar came to us. He said he knew where we could find another fragment of Wuthrad. He seemed a fool to me, but if he's right, the honor of the companions demand that we seek it out.
So, what do I need to do?
This is a simple errand, but the time is right for it to be your trial. Carry yourself with honor, and you'll become a true companion.
Should I be holding the blade
Farkas will
further
be
away
your
than I
shield
would
sibling
smaller
on
one?
this venture, whelp.
He'll
He'll answer any questions you have. Try not to disappoint, or to get him killed.
Understood. I head back inside and locate Farkas.
I hope you've readied yourself.
So I'm to join you at Dustman's Cairn.
So I'm told. Let's see if you impress.
Why do we need to go together?
I want you to make sure you're honorable. If you are honorable and strong, then I can call you brother.
Fair enough. Well, I'm ready when you are.
Don't delay, shield brother.
It doesn't take too long for the two of us to reach our destination. As we approach the crypt, we stroll down the old decrepit staircase. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least a little nervous. Regardless, we draw our weapons and enter.
Looks like someone's been digging here, and recently. Tread lightly.
As we enter the crypt, we notice some open sarcophagi, with Draugr corpses spilling from them. We proceed down the stairs into a more narrow chamber.
Be careful around the burial stones. I don't want to haul you back to Jorvaskr on my back.
I nod to acknowledge Farkas, but keep my focus on the room ahead. As we step forward, a walking corpse reveals itself from around a corner. Blue orbs glow from the sunken holes where its eyeballs once laid. Pale grey skin stretches over its body, showing every bone and muscle. With Farkas by my side, I prepare to defend myself. We crush the crumbling corpse, but another much stronger one lunges towards us. Farkas knocks it back before delivering a devastating blow. I feel immediate appreciation for my partner, as well as an intense chill on my back. Yet another foe has flanked us. I shift my position to avoid the freezing blast before I plunge the business end of my blade into the chest of the attacker. We make sure there's no remaining foes before cautiously continuing through the tombs. The two of us enter a small tomb overlooking a large chamber. We both notice a closed gate, blocking what seems like our only way forward. Farkas begins investigating one corner of the room, while I spot another nook nearby. I notice some shelves and bookcases, but what sticks out to me most is a lever. Without thinking, I pull it to the opposite side, and I'm surprised by a crashing sound. The gate has closed behind me, trapping me inside the room.
Now look what you've gotten yourself into. No worries, just sit tight. I'll find the release. What was that?
It's time to die, dog.
We knew you'd be coming here.
Your mistake, companion.
Which one is that?
It doesn't matter. He wears that armor, he dies.
Killing you will make for an excellent story.
None of you will be alive to tell it.
The beast locks eyes on its prey, as a bellowing roar echoes through the chambers. Blood spills as the attackers attempt to hold off Farkas' onslaught, their lives ending before their bodies even hit the floor. The conflict dies as quick as it started, and the werewolf scurries off into the next room. I do my best to hide my fear when my partner returns.
I hope I didn't scare you.
What was that? What just happened?
It's a blessing given to some of us. We can be like wild beasts, fearsome.
Is that what the companions are? Your werewolves?
Oh no, only the Circle have the beast blood. Prove your honor to be a companion. Eyes on the prey, not the horizon.
We both go silent for a second, as I feel like now's an appropriate time to stop asking questions.
We should keep moving. Still the Draugr to worry about.
The both of us check the room for any survivors before continuing on our adventure.
Huh?
Using the element of surprise, Farkas and I send the Silverhands to Sovngarde. We cautiously continue through the tomb. Hard vines intertwine with one another, running up and over the tall tombs and coffins. I scan my surroundings for potential threats as we pass through and into the next room. Unfortunately for us, one of the werewolf slayers flips the script and sneak attacks us. They narrowly miss and strike the doorframe. Farkas slashes their gut as I evade another one of their attacks. An arrow barely misses me as I enter the next room. I spot the archer and immediately dart up the stairs to solve my new problem. They cannot reach their dagger before I pierce their body with my sword. Deja vu. As the fight dies down, we follow the trails of blood into the next section of the crypt. Corpses lay on shelves, resting in their domiciles with blankets of cobwebs and dust. Yet again, we are ambushed by the ancient warriors, and during the scuffle, another silver hand crashes the party. The attackers were no match for us, so we emerge victorious and continue on. More hallways and tombs direct us to our destination. We trek the trails between ruins and caves until I hear a commotion on the other side of a door. We are careful as we enter, but underneath us is a battle between the living and the dead. The Silver Hands manage to hold off a few Draugr, but the walking dead keep waking from their rest. Farkas and I push forward and fight. Bodies litter the floor, and the remnants of the battle blend with the dilapidated burial grounds. A large door prevents us from moving forward. The lock is too difficult to pick. I notice a chest nearby. Within it is a few health potions and a key. Let's give this a shot. What follows the black metal door is long, overgrown caves split by rivers and dangling roots. Farkas and I make our way through, slaying any undead we encounter. One of the rock walls houses a crevasse, tall and wide enough for us both to fit through. The two of us squeeze through the tight space that leads us back into the burial grounds. We approach a large black door, and I feel my palms dampen with sweat. I can tell that whatever lays on the other side of this door is what we've been sent to find, but I do my best to ease my nerves. When the door opens, I grip my sword tightly and creep forwards. A large table lays in the distance, shadowed by a wall inscribed with mysterious patterns and designs. Approaching the slab carefully, I tuck my sword into its sheath and reach for the fragment. I can almost feel some sort of energy radiating from it as my hand gets closer, a feeling I cannot explain. Draugr come piling out of the coffins and immediately take up arms. The two of us strike down as many as we can, but for every one we kill, two more take their place. Every slash of my sword takes away more and more of my energy until I'm barely standing. And as I puff and pant, another walking corpse approaches me. I prepare for the end.
You won't get away from me!
Farkas ends the life of my attacker, and thus prevents me from seeing the end of mine.
Brothers and sisters of the Circle, today we welcome a new soul into our mortal fold. This man has endured, has challenged, and has shown his valor. Who will speak for him?
I stand witness to the courage of the soul before us.
Would you raise your shield in his defense?
I would stand at his back, that the world might never overtake us.
And would you raise your sword in his honor?
It stands ready to meet the blood of his foes.
And would you raise a mug in his name?
I would lead the song of triumph as our mead hall reveled in his stories.
Then the judgment of this circle is complete. His heart beats with fury and courage that have united the companions since the days of the distant green summers. Let it beat with ours, that the mountains may echo and our enemies may tremble at the call.
It shall be so.
There's been a group called the Companions for over 4,000 years. It's been many different things in that time. We try to uphold the legacy of Ysgramor, to bear his good name such that it never be forgotten, and always be spoken with reverence. Skjor was looking for you before. Talk to him before doing anything else.
And that I did. I find him over by the mead hall sitting in the shade.
Ah, there you are.
You needed me?
Yes. I have something a little different planned this time. But it's not for everyone to hear. Meet me in the Underforge tonight. We will speak more.
The Underforge?
I forget that you've never seen it. Beneath the Skyforge, where Eorland works. The door is hidden, but I will show you the way.
I wait until nightfall and see Skjor standing near the rock wall below the Skyforge.
Are you prepared?
I'm ready for any test you have planned.
This is no test, new blood. This is a gift. Come inside.
The suspicious rock shifts to the side, allowing the both of us to enter a small cave-like room. As we move further inside, Skjor stands next to a werewolf.
I would hope you recognize Ayla. We do this in secret because Kodlak is too busy trying to throw away this great gift we've been granted. He thinks we've been cursed, but we've been blessed. How can something that gives this kind of prowess be a curse? So we take matters into our own hands. To reach the heights of the Companions, you must join with us in the shared blood of the wolf. Are you prepared to join your spirit with the beast world, friend?
I need not take a moment to think about my choice. This is a power not given to just anyone. I'm ready.
Very well.
Skjor draws a dagger from his hip and makes his way over to Ayla. He holds out the werewolf's arm and slices its flesh, draining blood into the large stone bowl. I lean forward. My reflection in the viscous red liquid stares back at me as I take a sip.
Are you awake? I was starting to think you might never come back. Yours was not an easy transformation, but you're still alive, so congratulations. We even have a celebration planned for you.
I shake my head in an attempt to come to my senses. Am I a werewolf now?
You have the blood of the wolf in you. You'll need to build up your strength before you can call on it again, though. Just be careful where you do it. Some cowards in this land can't stand the sight of glory before them.
Right. Well, what are we doing here?
There's a pack of werewolf hunters camped nearby, at Gallows Rock. The Silver Hand. I think you've met them before. We're going to slaughter them. All of them. Lead on. Skjor's already scouting ahead.
I draw my sword and proceed towards the fort, and Ayla follows close behind. My boots crunch atop the tundra carpet as we creep closer to the gates. Werewolf heads are displayed on spikes around it. I refuse to share their fate. I spot the hunters and immediately rush forward while Ayla fights the archers.
You're nothing.
As the body of our final foe falls from the watchtower, the battle dies down. Into the fort we go.
Look at this. Cowards must have locked the place down after Skjor charged in. You can taste the fear.
The smell of death hits me like a wave. I stay vigilant as we proceed. A chain hangs from the wall. I pull it and see the spike gate open. I carefully head down the stairs. The two of us interrupt the Silver Hand's meal. Ayla fires arrows as I deliver fatal strikes with my sword. They never stood a chance. As we continue, a werewolf corpse lays flat on the floor, with skewered, severed heads on display. We head through a narrow corridor before continuing up some stairs. Our next victims prepare to defend themselves.
Over here!
I mow down a few of them, and Ayla's arrow becomes well acquainted with the skull of another. Countless werewolf killers are laid to rest by Ayla and I as we move through the fort.
We're getting close now. Be careful. Their leader is a tricky one. They call her the Skinner. I don't think I need to tell you why.
I prepare myself for what's waiting on the other side of this door. Gripping my sword tightly, I burst through it and quickly scan for enemies. Multiple people fill the room, simply patrolling or using the tanning racks. We all lunge towards each other and begin fighting. When the last body hits the floor, I look ahead and see the sight I was worried to witness. Skior's corpse.
The bastards! Somehow they managed to kill Skior. He was one of the strongest we had, but numbers can overwhelm. He should not have come without a shield brother. Get out of here. I'm going to make sure we got the last of them, and see if there's any information to be gotten from the bodies. You and I have work to do. The Silver Hand will tremble at our sight.
I make my way to Trevor's watch. The cold air leaves me unfazed as my boiling blood and desire for vengeance keeps me warm. With the tower in sight, I place myself in a vantage point and survey my foes. I don't intend on leaving any Silver Hand alive. My roar echoes over the hills. My prey readies their weapons. I claw my way into the building and scour the halls for flesh. After a while, my bloodlust fades and I return to my human form. I stand surrounded by former inhabitants of Skyrim, so I continue through the building. I head up the stairs and dispatch more of them. Mages, archers, none of them put up a worthy fight. I continue through. The room they were occupying houses an enchanting table and a large chest. Within the chest is what I've been sent to find, another fragment of Wuthrad. I take it and begin my escape. More opponents throw themselves at me, but they fall as hard as they fight. Archers try to take me out, but I close the gap and lay them down. After I eliminate the remaining enemies, I head back to Whiterun with the fragment. Back to Whiterun. After what seems like a lifetime of slaying Silverhands, the calm but bustling city life soothes my frustration from previous events. I pass the Cloud District, and the sight of Joravaskr pulls me back down to reality. I head inside, walking past the fragments of Wuthrad.
Have you been bringing the battle to the Silver Hand, friend?
Absolutely. I've retrieved another fragment from them too.
Another piece of glory. Good work, Shield Brother.
What's our next move?
Good that you're so eager. I've caught wind that one of the Brighter Silver Hand has been sniffing around Eastmarch. If you can sneak into their camp and steal her plans, we'll have the advantage.
I'll head there tomorrow. They'll never know what hit them.
I hope the hunting goes well, brother. We've got the cowards on their heels now. I wish I could be there with you. Soon enough.
Ayla, much like the other companions, wastes no time giving me my next mission. I choose to spend some time at Whiterun before I head out. As much as I'd love to continue fighting, I should wait to regain my strength. I awaken from my slumber in the living quarters of Jorvaskr and head off to steal the plans. As I get closer, I make some disturbing observations. Human remains lay displayed on sticks like some sort of twisted trophy. I ready my weapon and cautiously continue. After entering the cave, I move towards a light source in the distance. A small camp can be seen nearby where two men chat. I get a closer look at the next area where more enemies can be seen. The beast form barely seems necessary at the moment, so I keep my blade at my side. The two men draw their weapons and begin to defend themselves. I scuffle with the first and grapple him, allowing me to use him as a shield for his arrow-firing friend. After causing a mischievous friendly fire incident, I lunge at the archer and let him join his ally. I move further along the cave, and with the next targets in my sight, I send arrows into them with deadly precision. I spot more enemies overlooking the area from a bridge. I decide to ignore them for now. My boots crunch on the stones as I move across the natural bridge formation. More Silverhands block the way forward. One of them spots me, prompting me to draw my sword and take him out. Rocks fall from the walls behind my foe as he rushes towards me, kicking dust up in the air around us. I eliminate him and move in the direction of his allies. They fall just like their friends. A hole in the wall reveals some kind of storage room, and another future corpse. The cave continues into what appears to be ruins. As I get closer, I hear multiple voices from far too many people to take on in my current state. Let's fix that.
Looks like sounds like here.
I've been running interference for you around here. I don't think anyone's caught on to our little campaign. Yet.
I stole the plans from the bandit camp.
Perfect. Hopefully this will let us know more about their movement. I think we've got them on the run.
They can run all they want. We'll find them. So what's next? Do you have more work?
There is more work to be done, but I fear that Kodlak's gotten wind of our recent efforts. He's asked to see you. My advice, always be honest with the old man, but don't tell him anything he doesn't need to know.
Oh, okay then. I guess I'll see you around. I get a little nervous. I'm not sure exactly what Kodlak needs to see me for, but I hope it's nothing bad. Regardless, I find him downstairs in the living quarters.
Thank you for coming. Have a seat. I hear you've been busy of late.
Yes, just helping out with some bandits.
Lad, I know what you've been up to. Mind you, it's no business of mine what each companion does in the name of honor. But this sneaking around, it does not befit warriors of your standing. Aella knows better, and so should you. In any case, I have a task for you. Have you heard the story of how we came to be werewolves?
Yeah, Skior said it is a blessing of some kind.
Aye, that sounds like him. As in all matters of faith, though, the reality is more complicated than one believer would tell you. The companions are nearly 5,000 years old. This matter of beast blood has only troubled us for a few hundred. One of my predecessors was a good but short-sighted man. He made a bargain with the witches of Glenmoril Coven. If the companions would hunt in the name of their lord Hircine, we would be granted great power. They did not believe the change would be permanent. The witches offered payment, like anyone else. But we had been deceived. The witches didn't lie, of course, but it's more than our bodies. The disease, you see, affects not just our bodies. It seeps into the spirit. Upon death, werewolves are claimed by Hirsine for his hunting grounds. For some, this is a paradise. They want nothing more than to chase prey with their master for eternity. And that is their choice. But I am still a true Nord, and I wish for Sovngarde as my spirit home.
How are you supposed to fix it?
That's what I've spent my twilight years trying to find out. And now I've found the answer. The witch's magic ensnared us, and only their magic can release us. They won't give it willingly, but we can extract their foul powers by force. I want you to seek them out. Go to their coven in the wilderness. Strike them down as a true warrior of the wild. And bring me their heads, the seat of their abilities. From there, we may begin to undo centuries of impurity.
Am I to do this alone?
You shall have no shield, brother, this time. But the spirit of Ysgramor goes with you to restore the honor of his legacy. Talos guide you, lad.
I head to bed, and my inner thoughts begin conflicting. If I am to make a choice between keeping or removing the beast blood, what should I do? The werewolf form has given me power that I once thought was unobtainable. But if what Kodlak says is true about my spirit, could I still save my soul? I do my best to relax my body and calm the thoughts and questions filling my mind. After doing so, I drift off to sleep. A long trek to the Glenmoral Caverns gives me plenty of time to reflect on my past and the events that occupy it. I arrive at the cave and enter it. I slowly proceed and spot one of the witches lurking around. With my sword ready, I begin fulfilling Kodlak's request. The witch bombards me with fireballs as I attack with my sword. The two of us exchange damage, and as we battle, the witch taunts me.
Your blood is ours, companion!
The words from the witch's mouth only make me more angry. I'm able to ignore the burns and continue striking them with my sword. Eventually my enemy falls, and after they die, I remove their head. I down some potions and tend to my wounds before seeking out the remaining witches.
The beasts return!
Emerging victorious, I exit the cave and start my return to Kodlak. I feel a little uneasy, though I can't quite put my finger on why. I enter the gates of Whiterun. Rain begins to fall from above, but I notice that the air feels thick. A sinking feeling hits my chest. As I enter the Cloud District, I notice people gathered nearby. Ayla and Torvar stand over some corpses with their weapons drawn.
The Silver Hand. They finally had the nerve to attack Jorvaskr. We got most of them, but I think a few stragglers made it out.
These two aren't a problem anymore.
I quickly head into Jorvaskr to check on the others.
Where have you been?
I was doing something for Kodlak.
I hope it was important, because it means you weren't here to defend him. The Silver Hand. They finally found enough courage to attack Jorvaskr. We fought them off, but the old man, Kodlak, he's dead.
My stomach drops, but I do my best to remain calm. Did they get anyone else?
No, but they made off with all our fragments of Wuthrad. But you and I are going to reclaim them. We will bring the battle to their chief camp. There will be none left living to tell their stories. Only songs of Jorvaskr will be sung. We will avenge Kodlak, and they will know terror before the end.
We step outside. Vilkas puts a helmet on and unsheathes his sword. I feel his frustration as his gloves squeeze the hilt of his weapon.
We're going to make them pay.
The sun begins setting over the cold, snowy hills of Skyrim. Vilkas and I waste no time heading towards our destination. A long road is the only thing laying between us and the Silver Hand. Once we have our enemies in sight, we wait for nightfall before we begin our assault. After clearing the guards, we begin to sweep the first building.
Time to end this game.
Over here.
Never should have come here.
Our prey attempts to defend themselves, but are unsuccessful.
I think you're bleeding.
Eventually we reach a hole in the wall. A cold breeze seeps through it.
I smear you won't leave here alive.
Fine, not quite good enough, are you?
More enemies fall before we reach the room housing the chief and remaining members. Let's do this.
Time to end this game.
We slay the chief and his ally before shifting our focus to the archer, the last living member. Vilkas receives an arrow in his shoulder, but barely flinches as he strikes down his foe. The dust settles, and the room falls quiet. Vilkas grips the arrow embedded in his body and merely snaps it in half. As he tends to his wounds, I spot our stolen goods on a table. A familiar pulsing feeling emanates from the shards as I move closer.
Who will start?
I'll do it. Before the ancient flame.
We grieve.
We grieve.
We grieve.
At this loss,
We weep.
For the fallen.
We shout.
We shout. And for ourselves, we take our leave.
our leave. His spirit is departed. Members of the Circle, let us withdraw to the Underforge to grieve our last together.
do you have the fragments of Wuthrad still? I'll need to prepare them for mounting again.
Yeah, here.
Careful with those. Don't want even more fragments, do we? Of course, I have a small favor to ask of you. There's another piece that Kodlak always kept close to himself. Would you go to his chambers and bring it back for me? I'm not sure I'm the best one to go through his things.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. I'll be here.
I head into Jorvaska. Inside the halls just feels different. Everything feels empty, everything except my mind, which is occupied by negative thoughts. What if I had just waited a little longer to attack the witches? I could have been here to help. I enter Kodlak's room and begin searching. In his nightstand is a fragment of Wuthrad and his journal. I have an urge to take it and read what lies within, but I shouldn't, so I don't.
You're back.
Here's Kodlak's fragment.
Thank you. Your shield siblings have withdrawn to the Underforge. I think they're waiting for you.
The old man had one wish before he died, and he didn't get it. It's as simple as that.
Being Moonborn is not so much of a curse as you might think, Vilkas.
That's fine for you, but he wanted to be clean. He wanted to meet Ysgramor and know the glories of Sovngarde, but all that was taken from him.
And you avenged him?
Kodlak did not care for vengeance.
No, Farkas, he didn't. And that's not what this is about. We should be honoring Kodlak, no matter our own thoughts on the blood.
You're right. It's what he wanted, and he deserved to have it.
Kodlak used to speak of a way to cleanse his soul, even in death. You know the legends of the tomb of Ysgramor.
There, the souls of the Harbingers will heed the call of Northern Steel. We can't even enter the tomb without Wuthrad, and it's in pieces like it has been for 1,000 years.
And dragons were just stories, and elves once ruled Skyrim. Just because something is, doesn't mean it must be. The blade is a weapon, a tool. Tools are meant to be broken, and repaired.
Is that... Did you repair the blade?
This is the first time I've had all the pieces, thanks to our shield brother here. The flames of Hero can reforge the shattered. The flames of Kodlak shall fuel the rebirth of Wuthrad, and now it will take you to meet him once more. As the one who bore the fragments, I think you should be the one to carry Wuthrad into battle.
Yorlan hands me the axe. Wuthrad, in all its glory. The pure power and strength emanates from the hilt and burns through my soul.
The rest of you, prepare to journey to the tomb of Ysgramor, for Kodlak.
This is the resting place of Ysgramor, and his most trusted generals. You should be cautious.
Why's that?
The original companions, their finest warriors, rest with Ysgramor. You'll have to prove yourselves to them. It's not that you're intruding. I'd wager they've actually expected us. They just want to be sure that you're worthy. Be ready for an honorable battle.
Noted. Any idea how we enter?
Return Wuthrad to Ysgramor. It should open the way.
I approach the statue of Ysgramor slowly with Wuthrad drawn. With its immense power in my hands, I place it in the grasp of the stone legend. Everyone draws their weapons. Everyone except Vilkas. Everything okay, Vilkas?
Kodlak was right. I let vengeance rule my heart. I regret nothing of what we did at Driftshade. But I can't go any further with my mind fogged or my heart grieved.
I understand. I'll see you back at Jorvaska.
All right, then.
The three of us prepare to venture forth, but as I grab my sword, I take a deep sigh and mutter, "For Kodlak."
For Kodlak!
For Kodlak!
We creep through the halls, dodging webs and sifting through the dust. Upon entry, we are ambushed by ghosts.
All the living shall fear the dead.
My boot.
Further into the tombs, more spectres emerge.
What was that?
Death comes for you now. Among the dead.
Even more of the spirits step forward, only to fall to our blades.
What was that?
Death comes for you now.
Over here.
I'll fix you good.
Eternal slumber.
Good enough.
Shall fear the dead.
My boot.
As we venture forth, I notice Farkas sheath his weapon.
I can't go any further, Shield Brother.
What's wrong?
Ever since Dustman's cairn, the big crawly ones have been too much for me. Everyone has his weakness, and this one is mine. I'm not proud, but I will stay back with Vilkas. Give my regards to Ysgramor.
I give him a nod before continuing through the crypt. After hacking at some webs, Ayla and I encounter some spiders. We dispatch the arachnids with ease, and after we do, we continue through the tomb. Voices of the deceased bellow through the room.
All the living shall fear the dead.
More spectres emerge. They try to overwhelm us with numbers, but they are unsuccessful. As we move deeper in the tombs, we spot a lever on a pillar. I sheathe my weapon, take a deep breath, and pull it. Ayla and I enter a large room. Braziers hang from a crumbling stone ceiling over the top of its opposing cobbled flooring. Atop this flooring stands a fireplace, where a blue flame roars. I notice something next to the fire. Is that Kodlak?
Greetings, Shield Brother.
You're here? I can actually see you.
Of course. My fellow Harbingers and I have been warming ourselves here, trying to evade Hircine.
Other Harbingers? How come I can only see you?
You see only me because your heart knows only me as the Companion's leader. I'd wager old Vignar could see half a dozen of my predecessors. And I see them all. The ones in Sovngarde, the ones trapped with me in Hircine's realm. And they all see you. You've brought honor to the name of the Companions. We won't soon forget it.
Wow, I'm honoured to hear that, Kodlak. I'm so sorry for what happened at Jorvaskr. But Vilkas, he mentioned something. Being able to free your spirit, even after death.
Did he now? I can only hope. You still have the witches' heads. Excellent. Throw one of them into the fire. It will release their magic. For me, at least.
Wasting no time, I take the severed head of one of the Glenmoral witches and toss it into the blue flames. A beast spirit begins appearing alongside Kodlak's, roaring and tearing from his form. We draw our weapons as it attacks. Its ghastly teeth shred our clothing and slice our flesh. Our swords glide through the ghost, but Ayla is knocked down. I draw the beast away from my fallen ally and do my best to take it down. Kodlak watches the events unfold. His face appears stoic, but I can sense through his neutral expression that he is cheering us on. Ayla picks herself up, just in time to watch me deliver a devastating blow to the Red Wolf. The spirit fades into nothing. I puff and pant as I gather my bearings and nod to my partner. I approach the spirit of my former leader. We did it, Kodlak. Ayla and I did it. We eliminated the ghost.
And so slain the beast inside of me. I thank you for this gift. The other Harbingers remain trapped by Hircine. Perhaps from Sovngarde, the heroes of old can join me in their rescue. The harrowing of the hunting grounds. It would be a battle of such triumph. And perhaps someday you'll join us in that battle. But for today, return to Jorvaskr. Triumph in your victory. And lead the Companions to further glory.
Kodlak's ethereal being fades away, and his last words echo through the tomb.
Did I hear right? Did he say you were to lead the Companions?
Yeah, he did.
You've earned the right. Your strength and honor are apparent to all. And it's my honor to be first to address you as Harbinger. Let's go tell the others.
I return to Whiterun, and a long trek has given me a lot of time to let the news settle in. While I feel a little nervous for my future, freeing Kodlak's soul has lifted the weight of 1,000 worlds from my shoulders. At Jorvaska, I share Kodlak's final words with not only the members of the Circle, but the other companions, who welcome me as their new Harbinger. The rest of the night is spent rejoicing in what is the beginning of my life, as the leader of my new family. The following years display countless battles, journeys, and adventures for the new era of the Companions. For every camp of unruly bandits, there is a team of Whiterun's heroes ready to stomp them out. No problem is too big, nor is any job too small. From pesky skeevers to towering giants, members of the Circle accompany their whelps into any quest that they deem necessary. With Kodlak Whitemane's spirit free from Hircine's gift, he, along with the other Harbingers, sing songs, drink mead, and share stories with one another. All the while the living members create stories of their own to share with other souls when they too reach the afterlife. And that's the story of the legendary Valund Fair-Blood. Good night, kiddo. Miss you, Dad.